Welcome to my channel Awesome Learning, and today we are going to discuss sex-linked inheritance along with linkage in Drosophila as observed by Thomas Hunt Morgan. The chapter we are doing here is Principle of Inheritance and Variations, class 12. Children, because already I had discussed many things related to these topics, but still I want all of you to be very clear with each and every concept of this chapter, because it is really important to understand the basic concept and then go for the questions that come in your books. So, sex linked inheritance, as the word here it says, sex linked inheritance. Now, out of these, when you combine, you understand the meaning of these words individually. You know what is sex, you know what is linked, you know what is inheritance. But when these three words combine together, what does it mean is that those characters which are linked and which are transferred through sex linked genes only. So we are talking about those characters which are transferred from parent to the offspring through sex-linked genes, because they are present only on sex chromosomes. Now we all know, like in humans, first let us take the example of humans, that in humans there are 23 pair of chromosomes, out of which one pair of chromosome is sex chromosome and 22 pairs are autosomes, right? We know this. Similarly, what Morgan did, Morgan discovered in 1910 in the fruit fly Drosophila that the sex chromosomes X and Y, they also had two sex chromosomes, X and Y. These sex chromosomes were carrying some genes. They were carrying the genes for sex determination, like if the gene is X, then it's female. If it is Y, then it's male. So this concept is clear, fine, that sex chromosome were having the genes which were deciding their sex, fine. But along with these genes, along with the sex genes, they also had some other genes which were representing the somatic characters. Now, what do you mean by somatic characters, children? There are two types of cells in the body. One are the germ cells and the other are the somatic cells. Now, germ cells represent the sexual characters and somatic cells represent the other characters of our body. So, what here Morgan was saying, that the sex chromosomes were carrying the genes that were determining the sex, but along with those genes, the sex chromosome also had some genes which were representing some somatic characters. So the genes for somatic characters, these genes who were representing the somatic characters, because they were present on sex chromosomes, so these genes are also known as sex-linked genes. Though these genes are representing somatic characters, but because these genes are present on sex chromosome, that is why they are known as sex linked genes. Okay, and the characters which are controlled by these genes, those characters which are controlled by these genes are termed as sex linked characters, and their inheritance from one generation to another is known as sex linked inheritance. So children, you may have have certain characters which have been passed on from your parents to you because they were sex linked characters. So they were passed on from one particular sex, that is from either from father to the son, or from mother to the son, or mother to the daughter. So there are certain such characters which are called sex linked characters, and such type of inheritance is known as sex linked inheritance. Okay, now you see Morgan studied linkage on Drosophila, and Morgan carried out several dihybrid crosses on Drosophila to study the genes that were sex linked, because he just wanted to know which gene is sex linked. Actually, he was trying to find out the gene which was present on X chromosome. Children, now here a point you should note it down, that Y chromosomes do not carry any gene. So if there is any sex linked gene, they will be present only on X chromosome. So Morgan just wanted to study one character which was sex linked. One such character which was sex linked, that means that character's gene was transferred from one parent to the offspring through sex chromosomes. So what he did many crosses, dihybrid crosses, just as Mendel did on pea plant. And you see what he was studying, the traits he was studying on Drosophila were, the traits were dominant or wild type. As I told you that wild type is always dominant. Wild type is always dominant, and there was the recessive trait for body color. Now for body color, the dominant trait is brown. So we write it Y plus for Drosophila because it is dominant and it is wild type. For wild type, we write plus. And yellow is the recessive body color. Similarly, for wild type, red is the eye color and white is the recessive one. Similarly, large size wing, if it has, then M plus is the wild type or the dominant type, and miniature size we only write M. So he was using these characters to study which one of these character is sex linked. So for example, let us take, he hybridized yellow bodied, this one is yellow bodied, with white eyed female. Both the characters are recessive. You see, yellow with white eyed female to brown bodied, it's a dominant character, with red eye male, it is also a dominant character. So let's take these two examples. The dominant one is brown body with red eye, and yellow body with white eye is the recessive one. So what is the F1 progeny? He got red-eyed males and intercrossed their F1 progeny. So Morgan did this cross, and what he got, whatever he got in the F1 progeny, he intercrossed that. Let's see here. These are the two, yellow bodied and brown body, you see. So he observed that the two genes did not segregate independent of each other, and the F2 ratio deviated very significantly from the ratio of dihybrid cross, which Mendel has said 9:3:3:1. Morgan did not get this ratio. If Morgan did not get this ratio, that means it was deviating from the law given by the Mendel. That means the genes did not segregate independently. The genes did not separate independently. Okay. Right, so Morgan and his group knew that genes were located on X chromosome. Now, this was a hint which Morgan had. He knew that the genes were located on the sex chromosome or the X chromosome. Now, this is, see, I have got this. Now this was your cross A, children. You see, these are the parents, okay? Parents, female with yellow body and white eye, yellow body and white eye. And this is the male with wild trait, okay, brown body with red eye. So these are the parents. Now what are the gametes that we will be getting? I'll be getting one here. See, I'll be getting a gamete. Either this will be the gamete or this can be the gamete from the parent. Similarly, here also either this chromosome will be given to the gamete or this chromosome will be given to the gamete. See? Right, because we know that meiosis will occur and the gametes will have only one set of chromosomes. So see, each gamete has got one set of chromosomes. So gametes are formed. Now when these gametes will fuse together, what are the combinations we are getting in the F1 generation? So you see, the combinations that we are getting is this or this. These are the two combinations that we will be getting in the F1 generation, right? What are the combinations? Wild type or the wild trait, that is brown body with red eye, because these are dominant. So they will express itself. And here only we will be getting yellow body with white eye, because the other set is not having any chromosome. They are not having any genes on the chromosome, no genes on this chromosome, right? So see, F1 generation results in opposite to the traits of parents taken at first place, right? See, F1 generation is just the opposite, see, to the traits of the parents that taken at the first place. Now when you self the F1 progenies, on selfing the F1 progenies, when you self these two progenies, or when you cross these two progenies amongst themselves, you see, these are the two parents that we took from F1 generation, and when we cross them, so what are the gametes we are going to get if we cross these parents? One gamete will get this chromosome, other gamete will get this chromosome. Similarly here, one gamete will get this chromosome and the other will get this chromosome. These are the four gametes, see, we will be getting. These are the four gametes that we will be getting. Now when these gametes fuse together, what is the result I am getting? See, so, situation 1, when no crossing over has occurred. So we can simply write the result, simply no crossing over, nothing, no exchange, no crossing over has occurred, just fusion has taken place. So what is the result that I am getting? Either this will combine together, or this will combine. Then either this will combine or these two will combine. This is the result that we will be getting here. See, when there is no crossing over, only simply the gametes are getting fused. So these are the results. That means I am getting yellow white, okay, yellow white here, then yellow white again. I am getting a wild type, then wild type, male female. So 98.7% of this result was obtained, okay, you can see here. Now F2, so situation 2. Now the second situation is, suppose that crossing over has occurred. Here the first situation, because we have to study all the probabilities. So this probability is, suppose there is no crossing over, only fusion of the gametes has taken place. Now the second situation is, suppose let's say the crossing over has occurred. So first we will show the crossing over. See, we will show the crossing over here also. So after getting crossed over, what is the result I am getting? This Y will be exchanged with this W plus C. Similarly, Y plus will get this W, the cross has been done. Okay, crossing over has occurred. Similarly here, Y, okay, this chromosome will get the genes, and see, the other one won't get the genes. So the crossover has occurred. So these are the results of the crossover. Now the gametes. Now see the gametes. Now what are the gametes I will get after the crossover? Either the gamete, first one gamete will get this chromosome, other gamete will get this chromosome, then here the gamete will get this chromosome and the other one will get this. So these 4 chromosomes will be separated to the gamete. See, just the same way. Now when the fusion will occur, this is the result that I am getting. Yellow body, red eye, yellow body, red eye. This is female, this is red, yellow body, red eye male, again brown body, white eye female, brown body, white eye male I am getting. So what is the combination? That only 1.3% of this combination is found. So this combination, how much I am getting? 98.7% of this is result is obtained. That means that crossing over will take only in 1.3% of combinations will occur. This shows that the event of crossing over happened very less. Okay, crossing over has occurred in very less quantity. Why this crossing over has occurred in very less quantity? Because crossing over takes place only when there is large distance between the genes. So if crossing over is minimum, this means that the distance between the genes of the body of eye color and eye is very less. That means there is some kind of linkage. Not complete but incomplete linkage is there. The two genes are linked together. So because we know that crossing over is directly proportional to distance between the two genes. If distance is larger, then there will be large amount of crossing over. If distance is smaller, then the amount of crossing over will also be reduced. So more the distance between the two genes, higher chances of crossing over between them, and higher will be the chances of recombinations. That is, new combinations will be formed. But if the distance between the two genes is less, crossing over is less, then parental characters will be repeated in large quantities and recombinants will be in smaller quantities. Okay, so what was the observation, children? See, this is the observation. When two genes in a dihybrid cross are situated on the same chromosome, proportion of parental combinations are much higher than non-parental. Then Morgan attributed that physical association or linkage of two genes and coined the term linkage to describe physical association of gene on the chromosome. Term recombinations to describe the generation of non-parental gene. Means if the genes are not of parental type, that means they are formed by recombination or by new combination. Morgan and his group also found that even when genes were grouped on the same chromosome, though they are on same chromosomes, but if they are very tightly linked, showed very low recombinations. They will not show very low, a large amount of recombination. While others, if they are loosely linked, though on the same chromosome, but the linkage is not that strong, then the linkage can be broken up by crossing over and new combinations can be formed. Okay, so the genes white and yellow were tightly linked and therefore it showed only 1.3% of new combinations. But gene white and miniature wing showed 37.2% of new combination. That means the linkage was not that strong. The bond was not that strong. So crossing over could have occurred here. Right? So today genetic maps are extensively used as a starting point in the sequencing of whole genome, as was done in case of human genome sequencing projects. So this was about Morgan and his experiment, linkage and recombination.